Happy Friday. We made it, thankfully.
Friday,
Um,
girl. It is Friday. Good morning. If you're making it to Friday the 13th, you have made it. And we are 12 days away from Christmas. So
oh my
this week,
God.
a lot of things, a lot of Christmas parties. I'm sure everybody's exhausted from gatherings and all that. And then next week, I know for me, all of my little stuff stops for the most part, and I get to just
hmm
focus on work because I'm tired. I am I am Christmas out.
Yeah.
I'm Christmas out already and haven't even finished shopping. But good morning to everybody. Michaela's and I are joining y'all. It's going to be a quick session today. It's crazy. Um, let's kick off with football. Let's kick it
Yeah.
off with football.
Even with the season coming to a close for college football, we're immediately looking forward to next season because I know UT's 2025 season schedule dropped this week,
Yes,
playing Georgia
OU's did
again.
too. Yes, and we play Michigan. We play one of my other favorite teams September 6th. So labor in Norman. So our our schedule dropped too. And I was
Yeah.
looking at all the games. We're playing LSU at home in Oklahoma. So like I'm already thinking ahead, like which games I want to go to Oklahoma. I want to get there and be at those games
At
because
those
there's gonna be
games,
some good
yeah.
games. Yeah.
Um,
So
did you see uh we play y'all October 11th?
yes, at the state fair.
Mm-hmm.
And what's October 11th?
Oh, I don't know. It's just Halloween.
Yeah.
Just the month of
Well, it's
Halloween.
Texas OU weekend, obviously. It's usually
Yeah.
around that time, but
Is it? I could have sworn I thought it was like earlier.
yeah, no, it's usually about that time, give or take. And then so yeah, we might have to make plans since you'll be a year into that by the time
Yeah,
that.
I will say though, I feel like we don't, I mean, I feel like we don't play home a lot, but we do. It's just we play home on the back end of our
Oh, more
schedule.
towards the end of the
Yeah, it's
schedule.
like we play our first game is against Florida, the Gators,
Oh,
and then we're home for Red River Rivalry. And then we're away.
well, y'all are considered home, but y'all are,
Well, yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah, that's y'all's home year that
And
year.
yeah, and then the back half we're playing Vanderbilt, Georgia, and Arkansas, and of course A&M. And Georgia's our away game. So I feel like all of our home games are on the back half of the season.
Yeah, so starting when we play y'all October 11th, Texas, then we play South Carolina, Ole
hmm
Miss, Tennessee Vols, Alabama, Missouri, and LSU in that order. So like after we play Texas, we
hmm
have one, two, three, four, five, six strong games after. Like we're not going to have a choice. At the beginning is our easiest part. Illinois State, other than Michigan, that's our second game. Temple, Auburn. Yes, that'll be a challenging game, but not too bad. But
hmm
then Kent State and then Texas. Once Texas hits, we have six games after that are strong. So it's already stressing me out for next season, but we got to get through this season. I will say that OU is playing in a bowl. I
hmm
believe it's December 28th, if my memory serves me correctly. And we are playing Navy in the Military Bowl, in the Air Force or
Oh,
Armed
really?
Forces Bowl. The Armed Forces Bowl is hosted at Amon Carter in Fort Worth. Love it. So my Sooners, I don't get to go see them, and it makes me so sad. So, but they're playing Navy. So
That's cool.
we'll see.
And
When do y'all
then
play? When do y'all play y'all's game this weekend?
our first round, it's next
Oh,
weekend,
y'all
the
have a bye this week?
21st. We have a bye this week.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think everybody has a bye this week.
Really?
Yeah, because me and my mom were trying to figure that out because we thought that if we won, we had a bye week before going into like playoffs.
Right.
But then when the rankings dropped and the schedule dropped, we had a bye week, but so did everybody else.
Right. Well, we've had two bye. I know Sooners have had two bye weeks.
So
It,
maybe it's the I don't know. I don't know. It was just weird. But
yeah, that
we
seems
have a bye week
weird.
this week, which is great because maybe it'll kick Quinn's butt into gear. Um,
Yeah, and you see that um, there's a lot of players going to the transfer portal from all of the different schools. I'm like, whoa, people are not happy.
yeah.
Speaking of coaches, though, is
hmm
Bill Belichick is going to North Carolina now. He's no
I
longer. Isn't
saw.
that crazy? From coming from the NFL down to, which I mean, let's be honest, Bill Belichick will go down as one of the greatest coaches ever. I mean,
Yeah.
he led the Patriots, right? Yeah, the
Yeah.
Patriots. Um, and so I'm very shocked to see him going, but I think it's going to be really good. I think he's going to be another Dion um, for UNC, but on the other side, right?
Yeah.
So,
I
um,
know. I just keep getting notifications on my ESPN app throughout the day. So and so transfer portal, transfer portal, transfer. I'm like, okay. I don't
it's
care about any of this.
crazy
Like,
how many but it's so much money. And then the Heisman's
hmm
coming up. Obviously, Travis Hunter is on there. Gabriel from USC, who well, actually from Oregon now, because then and he came originally from OU. Um, and then there's two other ones. Well, I'm trying to think of their names.
I can't think of their
I know
names.
someone's gonna correct me for this, but yeah, so Heisman, I think Travis Hunter is going to win it hands down. He's broken pretty much all the records. Done. There's really nothing the dude can't do. I mean,
Yeah.
if we're honest about it.
Yeah.
Um. Okay, Kelvin Banks. What?
Yeah. He won the Lombardi Trophy.
Wow.
Yeah. It was, I think, made, I think earlier this week they announced it. I can't quite remember. But yeah, he was the nation's collegiate lineman on the O line,
Wow.
which makes sense. I think he did pretty well this season.
Yep. Yep, for sure. Okay, what's up with your hockey?
Oh my goodness. Okay, well, first of all, I feel for Trevor Zegras, who plays for the Anaheim Ducks. So he had a slow start this year, and then he was doing pretty good. He was playing a little bit better two-way hockey this year. And then in a game about, I want to say a week ago, maybe a week and a half ago, I don't know what happened, but he went down, and it came out that he had a meniscus tear. And as
Mm,
someone who's had a meniscus tear, who currently has a meniscus tear, like, one, it's no fun. That pain is no fun. It's obviously like livable because I lived with it for like 9 years before I got my ACL and meniscus repaired. Um, but it's no fun. And as like a major athlete, like it's no good. So he did have surgery this past um Wednesday to repair it, and he's only set to be out about 4 to 6 weeks, which is a pretty good recovery time. It's probably that lengthier time just because he is an athlete and they want to make sure he's up and going before actually releasing him to play.
mhm.
So I feel for this dude. It's no fun. It's no bueno. So I hope that he recovers well and it's just minimally as least painful as possible because it's no
Oh,
fun.
that's not good.
He's not the only person. I mean, obviously injuries are just riddled throughout the season. But Tyler Sagan, who plays for the Dallas Stars, had to undergo a left hip surgery
Oh
as
wow.
well. It was a lot more invasive, and it was to do something with like a femoral artery, I think. I could be wrong, but it was a really long word that he had
Mm.
done. And he's set to be out 4 to 6 months, which basically means he's out the rest of the
Yeah, I
season.
was gonna say that's a easy way to say you're gone for the season for the most
Yeah,
part.
it
I mean,
sucks. But it's also, I think, probably nice because his wife and him announced that he was pregnant. So he'll be able to be there for like the birth and there for
mhm.
the baby and all that. Um, so pros and cons.
Speaking of pregnant, Dak Prescott's going on his second daughter.
I saw
His
that.
he's the baby was born in March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. And so
Oh, they wasted no time.
yeah. So literally the baby is 9 months, give or take,
Mm-hmm.
old. And it might have been even May that the baby was born. But literally all I know is this. Dak went for two the minute 6 weeks was up.
Oh yeah. 100%.
And
He
she's a
said,
beautiful
"Let's go."
Latina lady. She's beautiful. And that baby, their baby is beautiful. But I'm like, oh, she guaranteed that. He guaranteed the bag. And she is like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
baby me up because I ain't going nowhere and neither are you. So,
Yeah.
um, I was shocked that it was so quick because the baby was just born this year and now she's
Yeah.
pregnant
And now she's
again.
pregnant again.
I'm like,
Yeah.
woo,
That's
he's gonna have a
crazy.
I'm not
Um,
gonna say. I mean, he's very nice to look at, so I'm not gonna knock her. But I'm like, dude, do you not know what you are gonna have two babies under the age of two?
under the age of 1.
No, because the baby will be one right when that other baby's born. Like literally, they're like gonna be 14 months apart, is what it
Oh
comes
my
down
God.
to.
Oh, oh, bless her. Forget
My
about him.
kids
Bless
were
her.
my kids were boy and girl, and they were 2 years apart, and it
Hmm.
about killed me. So I can't even imagine having two little girls
Yeah.
grow up 14 months
Yeah.
apart.
There's gonna be some fights in that household.
Oh yeah, there'll be some hair pulling and everything else. All right, so what's going on with Leon Bishel?
Okay, so this dude, I'd say that this kid, because he's I think like literally 24 years old. I think he was born in 2000.
Oh
Ugh,
my gosh.
I know. Ugh.
Oh,
Um,
we were all
so
worried about the end of the world, and this kid was born.
no, literally. Um, so I have been following him since he was drafted in the first round, sixth overall, back in 2022.
Hmm.
Just because those players that like, you're gonna go places. You can just see that they're built for this sport. He's one of those players, like you can
Okay.
tell. So the past 2 years he's played on the Texas Stars as a defenseman, brilliant defenseman. And I saw him play last year at the season, like the preseason opener, because it was in Cedar Park, which is where the Texas Stars played, and they played in the Texas Stars arena. So me and my friend drove down there because it's as close as hockey that I was gonna get, like professionally.
Right, right.
Um, so I saw him there, and then he stayed with the Texas Stars last season. And then this season he did pretty well during preseason. He was on like the Stars throughout the entire preseason. And then unfortunately didn't get his number called up.
Right.
And so he went back down to the Texas Stars, which is fine, no big deal. A lot of the times players going down to the Texas Stars is just it's development for them. Um, and so last night, which was Thursday, with obviously Sagan being out, Matt Dumba being out, a lot of their, players are kind of working through some stuff. He got called up, and I'm so excited. So he made his NHL debut Thursday, December 12th with the Dallas Stars. And that's just so cool for me to watch. He did the whole no bucket, which was their helmet solo lap, and it was really, really cool. He had it at home. Um, and then like the first 2 minutes of him playing, he was in the penalty box.
He was what?
He was in the penalty box. Okay.
All
But
boy, all
all
man, all
literally
male.
this dude's a man too, because he is 6'6", 234 pounds. So
Oh
he's a
my
big dude, and you spot him on the ice so well because of how big he is. Like it is
nice.
crazy. Um, but yeah, so he made his debut and it was really good, and I am just really excited, and I hope that he gets to continue um playing for the Stars. Obviously, there's always going to be movings back and forth between the farm team and their team.
Right.
Um, but I think he's really proving himself as a contender for a spot on the roster.
I wish that NFL football teams had farm teams like what the base like I do.
With what baseball and like
Y- Yes.
hockey does, yeah.
How cool would that be? Like we're the junior Dallas Cowboys, although I'm not real happy with my Cowboys right now. I just gods, football gods, let's have a moment of silence for a minute and have a prayer that the Cowboys will just lose out the rest. Just disappoint us for the rest of the season so that you can have top pick. That's all I'm asking. Just quit getting
That's
my
all I'm
hopes
asking.
up. Quit, yeah, just quit putting me on an emotional roller coaster. Just lose out the rest of the season. Intentionally fumble the ball, throw the ball. I know that's breaking the rules and that could get in trouble for all that, but don't make it look obvious and don't talk about it on text or send messages about it. Just do it and then let us draft from the very top. I'm a solution based person and I'm
From the
just to
very
the
top.
point that I'm mentally exhausted of every weekend cringing if I'm going to wake up mad the next day or happy. Like that is an emotional roller coaster. And people that, don't really like sports or they're like, I do it because my husband or my boyfriend or whatever. No,
Mhm.
when you're vested, like you are
Yeah.
with your stars, when
Yeah.
you're vested, it is exhausting to go on the roller coaster. So that's why
No, it really
all my fellow
is.
Cowboy fans, I know you're disappointed. I'm going to stay a Dallas Cowboy fan. I am just urging the Cowboys to lose out the rest of the season because we're not going to the Super Bowl to win it. If we go to the Super Bowl, it will be a mishap. Okay, that's all my thing about the Dallas Cowboys.
That's your PSA for the day.
Yeah.
So real quick, we're gonna hear a quick word from one of our sponsors.
Give me a minute to regroup.
Want to know what's going on in Corpus Christi? Make sure you check out cceventscalendar.com. That holds all of the events going on for the entire month. New are added daily. And then again, that is cceventscalendar.com. Okay, and we are back. So again, don't really have a mental health topic. It's the holidays. I'll
We're
repeat
we're
what
we're just trying to guys, we are like y'all. We are just trying to hang on till our last day to get
no,
some downtime. That
no,
so
literally.
mental health, we are all just
I
making
am counting down the days until I get Christmas Eve off. So
yes, and I'm
that
actually going to Dallas. Today's Friday. I'm going to go see Pentatonics with my daughter and granddaughter
oh, that's exciting.
in Dallas Fort Worth. And so I'm counting down the days till I don't have to think about anything. Like I don't want to have to think for a few days. Like I don't want to have to think about I love it there. I don't want to have to think about girl talk, sports talk. I don't want to have to think about local nonprofit. I just don't want to think. I just
Yeah.
want to chill. So I do have a hot topic right now.
Okay.
And but first we'll do the other one in case it runs too much. But would you rather? Would you rather? This is not going to be a teeth one or a mouth one because I
Thank
got your
God.
point last week.
Thank God.
Would you rather have strong legs or strong arms?
Oh, that's a good one.
And I'm going to tell you what I would want.
Okay.
I want strong arms because I want toned arms and I want to be able to chin check women when they're mean to me or mean to other people for no reason. No, but I would like strong arms because don't you? I know I don't like to have to ask a man for help to help me undo something or lift something or whatever because I don't have the strength in my arms. So
Mm-hmm.
for me, I would like the strong arms.
Okay, first of all, you know how stubborn I am, and I never let the guys carry anything this past season.
Well, that's just crazy. But I
So,
get it. Strong
see,
arms or strong legs?
I would I would say strong legs.
Really? I feel like my legs are strong anyway. Like because I got thick thighs and I'm not trying to.
So, I was a soccer player growing up, obviously.
Yep.
So a lot of my strength is already in my legs, and I loved how they looked when I played soccer. And if I could have the strength that I had pre-ACL meniscus tear in my legs again, that would be fantastic.
We can. We just have to
No,
go and work out every single day and see. But yes,
no.
I like having strong legs, especially like in the summer. I like to really tone right
Hmm.
before summer. So that way, when you're out and about and all of that,
Yeah.
the arms, man, I love when I see women that have really fit arms or like a little
I
bulk.
don't I don't need fit arms. I just need not to have any arm fat.
You don't need wings. You don't
No,
want wings.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So,
My granddaughter, Kimber, used to play with it and be like, Mama,
oh,
Mama. And she loved it. I was a lot heavier at that time and I would get like kind of self conscious about it.
uh-huh.
So that is
I
the
can just
gauge
picture
that I
Kimber doing
do.
that.
Yeah, that's the gauge I do it by now. Like, how much, if Kimber were to like,
To grab my arm, how much
yeah, how much is there that she, you know what I mean? Which I get it. I mean, I was a kid and I had a grandma and all of those things, but I was just like,
Yeah.
no, we can't do that. So yeah, that's how I gauge it. But strong arms. Okay. Hot topic.
Hmm.
You heard about this CEO, the
Shot.
guy,
But United
Luigi.
Healthcare.
I call him Luigi. Is that his
Hmm.
name?
I thought it was Luigi.
Okay. Well, you know, I call him Luigi because that's what it looks like from Mario Brothers, is how it's spelled. But if you haven't heard, I don't know where you've been because
It's been all over
it's
every
all over.
single, yeah.
But it brings up a hot topic across the board. Okay, so if you haven't heard, Luigi Mangione, he's a 26-year-old Ivy League graduate and app developer. He's been charged with the murder of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. He Authorities believe that Luigi held grievances against the health insurance practices and found writings linking him to critiques of corporate priorities in healthcare. He was apprehended. Okay, so this is what the hot topic is. Did he mean to get caught, or was he truly, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Was he truly irresponsible in what he was trying to cover up? Does that make it like he slipped up?
Yeah.
Because he was apprehended in Pennsylvania shortly
At
after
a McDonald's.
at a McDonald's, and he faces second-degree murder charges.
Hmm.
He included about a manifesto, and on the bullet casings there was words printed that was led to believe that, it was a marked hit.
Hmm.
um and they believe that, I think for me the hot topic, and for a lot of people, is how can you be, he's evidently his
So
grand
smart, but so stupid.
yeah, but his grandparents like have all of this money.
Yeah.
Okay, like they are like golf courses, like the works, like
Well,
they
it's definitely gonna be interesting to see, like,
but
does
he's
the
pleading
money,
not guilty. What are you doing, dude? I mean, I know you don't want to plead guilty to a thing, but I don't get it.
it's gonna be really interesting to see if money plays a factor if he gets off or not, because then that's gonna bring up a whole concept. Well, money can't punish the rich, basically.
Right. Okay. So the other perspective that I have of this is grandma and grandpa are loaded. Like this
Hmm.
kid he went to Ivy.
Yeah, I read that he was basically set up for life, and he's
Correct.
super smart.
Okay. So why would he go and do that when he could go to his grandparents and say, I need to have this done, or I need this surgery? I'm in so much pain. So
Yeah,
there is just so much missing, but I just don't know how a kid that graduates valedictorian of his class,
yeah.
app developer, Ivy League, all the money in the world, I understand money can't buy happiness. So he was miserable in his body because of his
Hmm.
health issues. But did he do it on purpose? Did he truly slip up to get caught and got caught? Because
I don't know. That's a tough
it's
one.
so mind blowing to me, because I'm like, okay, I'm pretty solution based and resource your resources. Dude, if I was in that much pain and I knew my grandparents had all this money and they could help me and we could avoid, because think about his grandparents now. They are at home,
Yeah, trying to figure out how to get their grandson out of.
right, and worried. I
Yeah.
mean, the money that it's going to take. But yeah, his lawyer's already saying, nope, he didn't do it. They've got the wrong man. And I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
It's
just,
it's gonna be an interesting story to
and
follow.
some people are another part of that hot topic is some people are like, well, that's what they deserve. That, you know what, that needs to, okay, we cannot begin to go in the world like that mentality. If a corporate company doesn't do what we like or want, we're going to go kill the CEO. Like that is not in any
Oh
way,
yeah.
shape, or form a solution. That's like
I
a third
definitely
world country kind of.
Yeah. I definitely think those insurance companies definitely can learn how to be better
Oh,
because
absolutely.
coming from
Absolutely.
someone who works in the medical field, it's really shitty when insurances won't cover a surgery or will make the patient having to pay, 600. Like my MRI to see if had a torn meniscus was 470 something dollars.
Yeah, see, the
So,
thing is I worked for major companies back in the day, in my early career at US Healthcare, United Healthcare,
hmm
different ones. And unfortunately, greed does get in the way. And depending on the diagnosis code
yeah,
that's submitted, or the CPT code that's submitted, or the ICD-9 code that's submitted, if any of those don't
yeah,
warrant
it
medical
sucks.
necessity
Yeah,
or don't match what they're taught to just deny, and then people appeal it, and then they deny, so then you go to another appeal. And now evidently he saw his mom go through some health challenges with the
yeah,
insurance company. He himself went through it. Again, but people do that every day. They get things denied. They have to appeal. We can't get into a mindset of that this is okay. Like he needs to, I'm not going to say be the example because he shouldn't be, but he shouldn't get off easy either because grandpa and grandma wore bucks.
yeah,
So
yeah.
that's the hot topic. Okay, what happened in sports today?
Yeah, to round out today's podcast, it's rather recently for our today in sports, and of course it's hockey related. Back in 2022, Washington Capitals center Ovechkin scores a hat trick and a 7-3 away win over Chicago Blackhawks to join Wayne Gretzky and Gordie Howe
I
as the
like that
only
name.
players in the NHL history to score 800 goals.
800.
Yeah.
Wayne Gretzky did 800 goals.
I don't
Wow.
know. I don't know what his final goal
But it was over
count.
800.
Oh yeah. Let's see.
Wow.
How many goals? And while I looked this up, as always, if you like listening to us, and hearing our desolate tones Mondays and Fridays, make sure you follow and subscribe and rate us on Spotify and YouTube.
Give us a good thumbs up. Rate us good. Rate us good.
Okay, and so his final count,
Wait, let me see if I can guess. 842.
no. So professional goals, Gretzky had 1,072.
Wow.
That includes NHL regular season, playoffs, WHA regular season, and the WHA playoffs. So his regular season goal was 894.
He was a
So,
bad mamma jamma.
it's why he's called the Great One.
I
Yeah.
like it. I like it.
So as always, this is Michaela.
This is Melina.
And remember, sports are for girls too.
Whoop, whoop. Are you looking to grow your business and increase your brand visibility? Become a sponsor with the Girl Talk Sports Talk podcast. Our sponsorship opportunities offer you a unique chance to connect with our dedicated fan base and community. Let us help you elevate your business name and reach new heights. Contact Melina or Mikayla today to learn more about how you can get involved and make a lasting impact.
Join us and watch your business thrive.